Hello and welcome. We're back in beautiful Sayulita for a little more of an intermediate flow today. There will be options, there will be levels. You can choose what fits best for you today. When you're ready, make your way to the top of your mat or your imaginary mat if you're traveling and don't have a mat. Ground down, left foot, right foot into the mat. You could have your second toes pointing forward, parallel to each other. Maybe roll your shoulders up, down, and back once. Palms can face forward. Allow your feet to root down, legs become heavy, pelvis heavy. Take a full breath in and grow a little bit taller, lifting the chest. Full breath out to drop in. Another breath in, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, firm the muscles of the legs. And then from here you can place one hand onto your low belly, one hand onto your upper chest. Take a full breath in and feel both hands expand and rise. A full breath out. Inhale air into your low belly. Exhale all the air from low belly. Breathe into your low belly and feel your low ribs expand. Exhale from low ribs to low belly. Breathe into low belly, low ribs, and then upper chest. Exhale from upper chest, low ribs, low belly. Inhale, low belly, low ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, low ribs, low belly. 3 more cycles. Inhale, low belly, low ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, low ribs, low belly. Breathe into low belly, your low ribs, your upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, low ribs, low belly. Last one, full breath into low belly, and then low ribs and upper chest. Exhale from upper chest, low ribs to low belly. Release your hands back down by your side. And allow your breath to flow in and out normally, naturally. Be aware of where your body is in space. Feel your feet rooted down. Take one more full breath in. And a full breath out. When you're ready, bend into your knees. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, you can hinge at your hip, fold forward. Knees can be bent. As you breathe in, lift up halfway. Torso parallel to the ground. As you breathe out, lower your hands down, step your feet back. Downward facing dog. You can send your hips up towards the ceiling, up towards the sky, and then imagine sit bones drawing towards the back of your mat. Keep your hands nice and strong, rooted down into the mat. Weight distributed between all 4 corners of the palm, your fingers, your knuckles. One more breath in your downward dog, ears between the biceps or the elbows. And a full breath out. From here, you can inch your hands closer towards your feet. Breathe in and lift up halfway. Exhale, you can fold once more. Maybe shaking the head no or yes a couple times. Then bend your knees, sweep the arms up and overhead. Draw your hands to your heart. Hands by your side, fingers spread wide. Full breath in. Full breath out. Bend into the knees, breathe in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hip and fold. Take a breath in and lift halfway. As you exhale, plant your palms down, walk your hands forward back into your downward dog. Breathe in, send the hips up. Exhale, sit bones back, lengthen your lower back. When you're ready, breathe in, rise up on your toes, shift your shoulders over top of the wrists. You can come into a high plank or plank with the knees down. Press your hands into the mat, find a lifted quality in the shoulders and the chest. Pause here for 3, option to rock forward and back for 2, and 1. Rise up on the toes, shoulders over fingertips, lower down onto knees, chest and chin, send the elbows straight back, gaze forward. Untuck your toes, press the hips down, the hands down. You can lift for baby cobra or cobra bhujangasana. Have a gentle bend in the elbows, draw the shoulders down and back. Crown can lift up. Exhale, drive the hips down. From here, lower back down, tuck your toes. Send the hips up and back, downward dog. And then from here, you can step your feet forward. Breathe in to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. This time you could grab both elbows, maybe sway side to side. You could keep a generous bend in the knees. And if it feels safe, let your head be heavy. Come back to neutral, release the hands, bend into your knees, sweep your arms up and overhead. And as you exhale, send the seat back, way back. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. You can have your weight a little bit more into the heels. Arms can lift, shoulders can draw down. Knit the low ribs in. You can imagine your navel coming in and up. You could picture a little block between your thighs. Imagine you're squeezing your inner thighs in towards the midline of your body. Take another breath in to lengthen, and a breath out to bend a little deeper. One more breath in. Full breath out, hands could come to your heart. And then from here, keeping your hips as close to where they are as possible, you could shift on your toes a little bit, slowly begin to lift your right heel. Melt that back down, and then you can lift the left heel. Lower that back down. Keep the bend in the knees, shift the weight onto the toes, and you could lift both heels up off the mat. Maybe even stacking your heels over your toes. Keep squeezing that imaginary block. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, option to stay rised up on the toes. You could send the hips forward slightly, draw the chest to point up. As you exhale, lower the heels down, hinge forward. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale, you can plant your palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Full breath in, and a full exhale breath. When you're ready, rise up on the toes, stack your shoulders over top of your wrists. Come into a plank pose once more. Again, option to rock back and forth for 3. Keep your core nice and engaged for 2. Press the hands down into the mat, eyes between the thumbs for 1. And then from here, lower knees, chest and chin, elbows straight back, gaze forward. Untuck your toes, press the hips down, chest and crown can lift. Baby cobra, you can have your hips down on the mat here still. And then slowly lower down, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, shift your weight onto your left foot. Send your right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. You could have your toes pointing down. Keep your shoulders strong as they are. One more breath in to lift the leg slightly. And as you exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Kind of a hovering 3-point plank. Breathe in, send the leg up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee to the right tricep. Breathe in, send the leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, you can bend your knee, open the hip up. Take one more full breath in. Exhale, leg can come down. You can lower your foot back down, downward facing dog. Inhale to rise up on the toes, stack the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin, Ashtangasana. Untuck the toes, baby cobra or cobra. Breathe out, lower down. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward dog. Weight into the right foot this time. As you breathe in, send your left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Exhale to pause here. Toes can point down. One more breath in. As you exhale, draw your knee in towards your chest. Shoulders over wrists. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right tricep, crossing over. Breathe in, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your knee. You can open your hip up towards the left side. Keep your shoulders stacked, both pointing towards the ground. One more breath here. Exhale, extend the leg out behind you, lower back down, downward facing dog. As you're ready, breathe in, shift forward into plank pose. And pause here for 3, for 2, strong arms, strong core. For 1, lower down, Ashtangasana, knees, chest and chin. Press the hips down. Find a lift once more, baby cobra. Exhale, you can lower down. Tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward dog. Full breath in, full breath out. You can inch your feet forward, about hip-width distance apart. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bend into your knees, sweep your arms up and overhead. Draw your hands towards your heart. Hands by your side, fingers spread wide. One breath here. Full exhale. Inhale, bend into the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, send the hips back. Weight into the heels once more. You could have your arms up, or maybe bring your hands to your heart this time. You could press your palms, your fingers in towards center. Breathe in to lift a little bit more. As you exhale, you could take your right elbow to the outer edge of the left knee. Hands could come into the center of the chest. If you find your right knee coming forward, try to shift your right hip, your right knee back, so both knees are in one line. Full breath in here. Exhale, you could sit a little deeper. One more full breath in. Exhale, if you like, you could open your arms up. Left arm to stack up, right arm, right elbow on the outer edge of the right knee. You could gaze up to your fingers or down at your feet. One more breath in. Exhale, hands back towards your heart. Untwist, come back into chair pose. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, send your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hip and fold. Breathe in to lift up halfway. Exhale to plant your palms, step your feet back, downward dog. This time with the weight into the left foot. Breathe in, send your right leg up and back. And then right knee in towards the chest. Plant your foot in between both hands. You could come up high on your back toe here. Knee lifted, fingertips light. Draw your right hip back ever so slightly, left hip forward. Option 1, you can stay here with the hands down, or if you've got some blocks. Option 2, you could have your hands on your knee to lift the chest. Option 3, you can send your arms up and overhead. Exhale to bend a little deeper. Keep your legs nice and strong. Engage into the left glute muscle. Full inhale breath. Exhale to bend. One more breath in. As you exhale, you could open your hands up so your right arm points back, left arm points forward, maybe gazing towards your right thumb. One breath here. Exhale, arms could reach out in opposite directions. Breathe in, send the arms back up. As you exhale, left arm can come down on the inner edge of the right foot. Right fingertips up and overhead. Exhale to pause here. As you breathe in, imagine your right shoulder stacking over top of the left. As you exhale, lower your hands down. Plant the palms, send your right foot up and back, three-legged dog. And then exhale, open the right knee up, right hip up, and you can plant your right foot down on the left side of you. Right arm could sweep up and open into a wild thing, hips towards the sky. Full breath in. Exhale, plant your palms down, send your right leg up and back. And then down to meet Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale to shift shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower knees, chest, chin. Press the hips down. Bhujangasana, cobra pose, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down, tuck the toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. One more breath in. And a full breath out. Step your feet forward. Breathe in to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Press the feet down, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Hands by your side. One breath here. Full breath out. Bend into your knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. You could send your hips back this time, hands towards the heart once more. Breathe in, grow a little longer, a little taller. As you exhale, take your left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. Shift your left hip, your left knee back a little bit. Hands could come into the center of the chest. One full breath in, lengthen through your whole spine. As you exhale, bend into your knees a little bit more. One more breath in. One more breath out. If you'd like, you could open your hands up here. Right arm can reach up, left arm can reach down, left elbow pressing against the outer edge of the right knee. One last breath here. As you exhale, hands back to your heart. Come back into chair pose. You can imagine your fingertips, your hips in a diagonal line with your whole body. One more breath in. Knit the low ribs in as you exhale. Breathe in, send the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hip and fold. Full breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back, downward facing dog. One more breath in. And a full breath out. Inhale, send your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. As you're ready, bend your knee, open your hip up. And this time you can plant your left foot down on the right side of the mat. Send the hips up towards the sky, press your hand into the mat. Lift the hips, lift the chest, one more breath in. Exhale, sweep the hands back down, leg up and back, three-legged dog. Then you can draw your knee in towards your chest. Plant the left foot between both hands. You can be light on the fingertips here. Bend into your front knee. Imagine your right knee or your left knee stacking over top of your left ankle. Right knee can be lifted. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, hand could come onto the knee. Draw your right hip forward, left hip back, just a touch. Option 3, send your arms up and overhead. Exhale to bend a little deeper, squeeze into the right glute muscle, engage your right glute here. One more breath in. One more breath out. Pull power from your feet as you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, you could take your left arm towards the back, right arm forward. Try to stack your heart over your hips. Full inhale breath. Full exhale, arms in opposite directions. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. As you exhale, right hand could come down onto the inner edge of the left foot. Left fingertips up and overhead. Keep your legs nice and strong here. Another full breath in. And a full exhale. One last time, breathe in to lengthen. Stack one shoulder over the other. As you exhale, lower your hand down. Fingertips, palms on the mat. Send your left foot up and back, three-legged dog. And then downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Full breath in, hips up to the sky, full breath out. As you inhale, rise forward into plank pose. And you can pause here. Option to rock forward and back for 3. Press the hands down into the mat for 2. Firing up the biceps for 1. And then option to go into knees, chest, and chin, or stack your shoulders over your fingertips. Bend your elbows straight back and you can lower down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes. You could have the tops of your feet down, hips lifted for upward dog. Or you could come back into Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Full inhale breath here. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. And a full breath out. And step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Bend into the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, seat back, Utkatasana, chair pose again. Hands up or hands at heart. You can rise up on the toes once more. Lift the right heel. Melt it back down, draw the navel in and up. Lift the left heel. Lower back down, keep the crown lifted. And now both heels, shift your weight onto your toes a little bit. And you could rise up, heels stacking over your toes. Pause here for 5. 4, send the hips down. 3. 2, you might feel shaking for 1. Rise up on the toes, lift the arms up and overhead. Keep rooting down through the balls of your feet. 1 more breath in. And hinge at the hip and fold. Full breath in to lift halfway. Exhale, plant your palms, step back. Downward dog. We can all meet in downward dog. If you'd like to move through a flow into knees, chest, chin, 8-point salutation, or Ashtangasana, or chaturanga, low push-up. Breathe in and shift into plank pose. Keep your hands nice and strong. Rooting down into the mat. As you exhale, either knees, chest, and chin, or shoulders over fingertips, bend the elbows straight back. 3, 2, 1. Untuck the toes. Upward facing dog or cobra pose. Full inhale breath. Exhale, tuck the toes, hips up and back. Downward dog. 1 more breath in. And a full breath out. You can lift your right leg up and overhead. As you exhale, draw your right knee in about halfway so you can stack your right foot underneath your hip, toes pointing towards the right. You can shift both toes to face the long edge of the mat. Your shoulder of your left hand could stack over the wrist. Breathe in and send your right arm up and overhead. Exhale to pause here, pressing your hand down into the mat, lifting your right fingertips. Find a lift in your chest and your core. 1 more breath in. As you exhale, lower your hips nice and slow, fingertips towards your back foot. Lower the hip down just an inch from the ground. Inhale to sweep back up. You could send your arm to the front of the mat. As you exhale, arm like a rainbow. Lower the hip down almost to the mat. Breathe in and lift up. 1 more time, hand to the back of the room. Inhale, sweep your arms up, weight onto the outer edge of the back foot, plant your palm, step the foot back, downward dog. And now option to move through a flow. As you breathe in, you can shift into plank. Exhale, chaturanga or low push-up or Ashtangasana. Untuck the toes, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. This time with the weight into the right foot. Breathe in, send the left leg up and back. Exhale, plant the left foot just under your hips. Toes can point towards the left now. Your right shoulder could stack over your right wrist. Lift into the side body as you breathe in. Sweep your arm up and overhead. Exhale, nice and slow. Left arm could reach towards the back foot. Inhale to sweep up and overhead. Maybe your arm reaches to the front. Exhale to float back down 2 more times. Hip just off the mat. Breath in to lift. Exhale to lower. Open through the chest 1 more time. 1 more breath in. Exhale, last time. When you're ready, breathe in, sweep your arm up and overhead, plant the palm down, step back, downward dog. And again, if you'd like to flow, inhale, shoulders over wrists. This time, pause here in your plank. For 5, lower the hips a touch. For 4, lift through the chest and shoulders. For 3, 2, knit the low ribs in. For 1, and then shoulders over fingertips, lower knees, chest and chin. For 3, 2, 1, untuck the toes, baby cobra. Exhale, float back down, tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. Downward dog. And then you can walk your feet a little bit closer, bend into your knees, open your knees up. Send your hips towards your heels, walk your hands forward. You can rest your head down onto the mat, maybe even walking your shoulders or your elbows forward. Your hands could come behind your head in a prayer position. Take a moment here, full inhale breath. And a full breath out, melt your hips down, melt your heart down. And feel the gentle pressure on your forehead. Take 1 more cycle of breath here. And when you're ready, reach your arms forward. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. And from here, you can shift your knees over to one side, your hips to the other. And come into cross-legged position. You could shift side to side, left and right. Stack your head over your heart over your pelvis. And you could have your hands rested down on your knees or maybe in your lap. Take a full breath in, grow nice and tall. Full breath out, melt the shoulders down. Notice your heartbeat here. Notice the pace of your breath, the cadence. Notice the depth. And be aware of any sensations you might be feeling in your body here. You can notice where your thoughts go, if you've got any thoughts lingering. And if you've got some thoughts clouding your mind, take a full deep breath in. And a breath out through the mouth. 2 more times, full breath in. And once more in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Bring your hands towards your heart, palms to touch, fingers to touch. We'll close our practice today together with a short peace prayer. Let us be protected, let us be nourished. Let the light of our understanding spread without limits. May we always support each other, no animosity amongst each other. Let there be peace within, peace in nature, and peace amongst all beings. Loka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And you can bow your head towards your heart. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thanks for joining me today. A little bit of the natural sounds around motorcycles, construction, and the wind. Hope to see you in the next video.